This is Terrence Andre Banks with Information Age Financial Solutions coming to you with an incredible article I found about pensions. And even though I haven't done a video about pensions in a while, doesn't mean the problem is going away. In fact, it's been exacerbated, according to this article here. Heritage.org is the title, the website. I'm going to dive right in. As always, I'm going to put a link inside the description. How Congress exacerbated the union pension crisis under the guise of coronavirus relief. One of the bill's many non-COVID related provisions in an $86 billion unconditional cash giveaway to a select group of multi-employer union pension plans. Number two, perversely, plans that get bailed out can end up exacerbating their shortfalls by increasing pension benefits and reducing employer contributions. Three, there are better ways to protect workers, retirees, and taxpayers. They require holding unions and employers accountable for the pension promises they make. Even with the amount of money and stimulus they've been given, you would think that this pension problem could be at least headed in a better direction. But as the article points out here, it's continuing to be exacerbated. By this time this column appears in print, Congress will have passed the $1.9 trillion coronavirus relief package, and that's a shame. As its many critics have pointed out, only 9% of the bill actually goes toward fighting COVID-19. Okay, one of the bill's many non-COVID related provisions. This is a little dated, but it's still worth the time to look at. $86 billion conditional cash giveaway to a select group of ultimate employer union pension plans. These plans have been grossly underfunded, not because of disease, because the law allows private sector unions and employees to make pension promises to workers without requiring them to set aside the funds needed to make good on those promises in the future. By 2017, years before the COVID-19 pandemic, these plans have already accumulated $673 billion in unfunded liabilities spread across amongst almost 1,400 plans and 10.8 million workers and retirees. Many of these plans continue to deteriorate even in value, even as the S&P 500 has increased more than 50%. Union pension bailout that has nothing to do with COVID-19. The multi-employer pension system is badly broken, requires a comprehensive fix, not a partial selected giveaway that encourages further fiscal recklessness. Fully 96% of workers and retirees with union pensions are in plans that are less than 60% funded. Only an estimated 13% of plans, 185 in total, will qualify for the cash in the relief bill. In other words, that the $86 billion bailout will cover only the tip of unions' unfunded pension iceberg, according to Pension Benefit Guarantee Corp. The 50 most underfunded plans have $372 billion in combined underfunding. System-wide plans have promised $673 billion more than they have set aside to pay. It is only a matter of time before most of these plans run out of money. This bill provides only a partial stopgap until 2015. At that point, most plans that receive taxpayer bailouts will fail anyway, potentially leaving pensioners with mere pennies on the dollar. Perversely, plans that get bailed out can end up exacerbating the shortfalls by increasing pension benefits and reducing employer contributions. The bill effectively encourages them to do just that in the short term so they can qualify for taxpayer funding. It's just gross incompetence and stuff like this. It's just terrible. The CBO noted that as many as 336 plans could qualify for benefits, which could cost taxpayers for more than the projected $86 billion in bailouts. This bailout not only fails to fix the multi-employer pension problem, but also worsens the outlook for non-union single-employer pension plans by extending some of the broken parts of multi-employer pensions to single-employer pensions. Federal laws require single-employer pensions to follow sound funding rules. As a result, they are generally well unfunded. One of these rules requires the plans to pay down deficits they accumulate, such as when they have lower than expected investment returns, but making large contributions over a period of time, currently 7 years. The new legislation allows these pension plans to pretend their shortfalls don't exist. Wow. This is like setting the minimum payment on existing credit card debts to zero, even as interest charges continue accruing. In the end, whether employees recognize them or not, the shortfalls will still be there, and they will have grown larger with graver consequences for workers. How the Congress administration can protect pension taxpayers. All this bill begins with selected bailouts and only opens the door to upwards of $673 billion in union pension bailouts. If Congress bails out private sector unions, will it then say no to retired teachers and firefighters who are part of state and local governments? $4 trillion to $5 trillion in pension shortfalls? Jeez. All told, pension bailouts could put every American household on the hook for more than $45,000 for other people's unfunded pension liabilities. even as they try to save for their own retirements. There are better ways to protect workers, retirees, and taxpayers. They require holding unions and employers accountable for the pension promises they make, rather than identifying the reckless and self-serving actions through taxpayer bailouts. Well-written article. Kind of read through it quickly. Even it hasn't had that much headlines, but pensions are still one of the biggest problems we're going to have to deal with. We are dealing with, and again, it functions as people. We're not having as more children. These pension problems are continually getting worse, and not to mention that more people are aging, and we're just not really taking account of the pitfalls and the main problems that go along with this. And I can't stress enough, because a lot of people have members of their family who are getting aged and rely on pensions, Social Security, and other forms of plans like this. So this video has been any value to you, please subscribe, leave some comments. Until my next video for Information Age Financial Solutions, I'm out.